We have now interrupted your regularly scheduled programming to bring you.
So I'm just going to go ahead and let this part 2 out because I think a lot of women are really, really confused by it. If you're in a relationship with a man, then yes. If you're in a relationship, you guys are committed to each other, living together, engaged, married, what have you. Yes, there comes a responsibility of him helping out with the bills. But I'm talking about women who are just dating a man. She's just dating him and she expects him to be responsible for her bills. No, he's not. No, he's not. A man giving you money should be an addition to what you already have. It shouldn't be a necessity. You can't pay your bills if he doesn't give you money. And I'm sick and tired of women on the post talking about so I'm supposed to lay down with him and give and sleep with him and give him this. And what do I get in return? You get dick in return. That's what happens when you sleep with somebody. You give him your cuckoo, he give you his penis, y'all put it together. It's an even trade. That's what you're getting. And if you feel like if you lay down with a man and you need to get paid for it, or you want to charge him for your time for being there, that's called prostitution. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But go ahead and give him round it out to a price so y'all can get it over with.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Warheads. I'm Apocalypto Joe.
I'm Roscoe Brown.
And as usual, we're going in on these topics. But before we get started, we always want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get our shows when they are released. But coming in, Roscoe, the video that we just played, I just want to ask you, is this young woman making any valid points in your opinion, or do you think she's way off basis when it comes to male-female relationships?
No, this young lady is right on point with her assessments. What she's saying is incredibly valid and something that I think should be taken to heart by a lot of these women who are in that mindset of thinking that just because you have this small tie to this guy, whatever it is, and you're not a wife or you're not the live-in girlfriend, you shouldn't have any expectations whatsoever. But for some reason, they seem to have them.
Yeah, I agree. I especially like the part where she talks about the exchange of sexual favors. You know, a lot of women, they have it in their mind that there's an entitlement that because I give you my body, that I'm entitled to money, gifts, you name it. But like she says on the video, you're getting penis, he's getting vagina. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. Do you?
No. I mean, I don't know why or when people escape the whole, what was that? When people were being taught about balance in life. You know what I mean? And so, the whole connection that she's talking about is the balance of the universe, if you will. But women have been under this crazy impression. I don't know when it started. It had to have started like eons ago, before dinosaurs, died away or something. But yeah, they are under this impression that they're giving us something that we're not giving them.
I think I know where it came from, bro.
What's that?
The Johns and the prostitutes.
Oh yeah, they came right after the dinosaurs.
Johns are literally giving money away, and in some cases gifts if they find a prostitute that they want to spend like exorbitant amounts of time with. So it makes sense that a lot of women who are engaging in relationships are looking for that same exchange of money, gifts, life coupons, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
However, all that aside, I wanted to sit up here and draw something to your attention.
Okay.
This girl, she pretty much agrees with the male sentiment, right?
Right.
We exchanging sex for sex. You know what they call those girls in the ether?
What do they call these chicks?
They call them pick-me girls.
Wow. Oh, wow. Is that why Warheadx head is in the background right there? Oh.
Pick me. But what I
Oh,
think is interesting about this is I went and looked up some information on the Urban Dictionary. I love their colorful definitions about all things in the hood.
right.
But I wanted to run something by you real quick. Well, let me ask you something before I even read the definition. What is your take on a pick me girl?
Well, you know what? It's kind of interesting because um, on some level, I tend to think that some of these ladies, not all of them, but there may be a little green streak involving some of these ladies, and yeah, when you think of, well, when I think of the so-called pick-me's as they're being called, some of these ladies may not be the most attractive, maybe they may be on the D list, if you will, you know what I mean? So so it gives them, you know, that ammunition, if you will, to stick up for mankind, because they haven't been, you know, anybody's first choice or whatever. So, you know, that's just my tiny take.
Wait. You telling me you got to go all the way to D on your roster?
Well, hey, no, I mean, because, you know, bees are still good. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. When you get down to C and D, man, that we talking a whole nother level.
Oh my God. Well, let me read something. This is a definition from the Urban Dictionary. It says, pick me girl. It says a girl who goes out of their way to impress boys and make them seem like they're not like other girls, kind of like a simp, but for girls. Otherwise known as internalized misogyny. It's not the easiest to explain, but when you see one, you'll know she's one for sure. Usually does this to be accepted by boys and to be considered one of the good ones. If you say one of these things, congratulations, nobody likes you. Like, seriously? To me, that's a crazy definition, man. What's your take on that first definition?
No, like you said, man, the Urban Dictionary be clowning, bro. They be clowning. You know, I think they get a little extra with these explanations of the definition, you know, of some of this stuff. But yeah, no, I mean, without going too crazy or getting as deep as they got with it, they're kind of correct in some degree, in some instances. I would say, like I said earlier, man, like just generally speaking, if we're gonna be honest, I think a lot of these ladies, and you know, I was joking when I was talking about the D list earlier, but yeah, a lot of these ladies may not be, you know, the number one pick in the draft.
Right. You know, going back to what you said about them being on the D list, I don't know, man. I think the fact that they're not spending a whole bunch of time glamming themselves up, it means something. But I will say from personal dating experience that I've dated a couple of these, and they start off looking like, I don't want to say not glamorous, but they're not putting a whole bunch of extra attention on themselves. But then at some point during the course of the relationship, they flip the script. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
What's the girl who's under J. Cole's label? The black girl. What's her name? I know you know her.
Oh, are you talking about my girl? What is her name? The real chocolatey one.
Right.
Yeah. That sings Chicago Boy and all that stuff. I know. Damn, her name is on the tip of my tongue, but I know who you're talking about. Though. That young lady is sexy too. The one who was clowning about not winning the award.
Right. It's like Ariel Lennox or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's my take on her. Because when she first came out, she had that pick me girl type look. But if you see her on the gram now, oh my God, she done pulled out all the sexy. And I think it was because she got passed over for her Grammys and her awards and all that other stuff. She was like, forget this. I'm finna pull out all the sexy. She was trying to look homegrown, down to earth. You know, not that she wasn't sexy before. That's definitely not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you see her now, oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's crazy because we're sorry for forgetting this young lady's name, but yeah, no, she had already a lot of sexy going on in her imagery and her videos and all that, and just live performance. She exudes a sexiness without having to do a lot of extra. So I haven't been on the gram to see what she looks like in the here and now. Maybe haven't seen her in a few months, but yeah, no, she doesn't need to do all that stuff. And the women who are like her, I don't understand why they would need to.
Right. Ari Lennox is her name. Very beautiful voice.
Yes.
I do like her style of music. But like I said, when she first came out, she did have that homegrown look. But now she done pulled out all the stops on the sexy. But before we go further, I want to read the second definition on the pick-me girl. It says the pick-me girl is a girl who seeks male validation by indirectly or directly insinuating that she is not like other girls. It brings out, it says, let men walk all over her because of her carefree demeanor, only hangs out with men because they're unproblematic, exerts qualities/characteristics of her male counterparts that were not initially present to be more likable and relatable to them, etc., etc. Now, I'm going to tell you why I have a problem with this. I don't trust, as much as she is a proponent for males and tries to support them, I don't trust women who just hang out with men. Right. Because we already know attention is a currency. And when you're dealing with somebody like that, whenever you hear a woman say, I don't like females, well, why don't you like females? You know, you're a female. It's not females, it's just the type of female. I think there are some good women out here that you can learn some things from that aren't out in the streets doing all this weirdo stuff. But when a woman is just strictly hanging around a lot of men all the time, that's problematic for me, because a lot of those men might be exes or just love buddies or whatever you want to call it. But what's your take on that second definition, man? Because I think that's interesting in and of itself.
Yeah, that is quite the interesting definition. But I would agree with that. Actually, I do think that a good portion of these ladies are seeking some type of validation from men, because again, like I said, they play second fiddle, and so they their mindset is switched around to, hey, mate, if I go along with the guys and agree that what the ladies over here are doing, is it something that I would do, and however they want to play that, again, it's on some level it's a type of manipulation, excuse me. But I guess I'm with you in a respect that I'd really keep my eye on that situation, because these ladies who are hanging with the guys like this, sometimes it is just she's one of the guys, but I would tend to think that if she wants to be around the guys like that, and her being a chick, she's probably got some type of ulterior motive or something. But I don't know.
In a lot of circles, women that agree with a lot of like male talking points when it comes to relationships, men used to call them unicorns. Like, oh my gosh, she doesn't sit up here and agree with the sisterhood of failure or whatever the case may be. This is just what they say. These aren't necessarily my views or whatever the case may be, and they're not necessarily not. But anyway.
Oh yeah, they some damn unicorns, all right. Sure.
Only because you don't hear women saying these things all the time. Like I said, a lot of times you hear women saying, But what have you, Janet Jackson, what she say? What have you done for me lately? I know what you used to do for me, but what have you done for me lately? Well, that kind of goes both ways. But anyway, um, they do call these types of females unicorns in some circles. I'll just put it like that. Only because of their uniqueness and the fact that they agree with male talking points when it comes to this battle of the sexes that we find ourselves embroiled in. But with that being said, man, let me ask you this before we get up out of here.
What's up?
Would you date a pick-me? Would you bump her up, upgrade her, as Beyonce would say, and do her like Ari Lennox, like find her, she looked kind of rough around the edges, you upgrade her. Would you date one? Would you date a pick-me that was a little worse for wear that you felt like you could work with?
Yeah, I do it. Like me, I have no problem with rolling the dice, giving things a chance, But as soon as I pick her after she raises her hand, she better be going hard, or I'm gonna throw her right. I'm gonna make her sit right back down, and don't raise your hand no more.
That's so funny. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't date a pick-me. I would, but for a limited time only.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because in my estimation, a pick-me used to be that the girl that was pursued. And what she did is she ran into a buzzsaw and a jerk. And he humbled her. And then she got to thinking about all those good guys that she passed over to be with that jerk, because she thought her loving was so special and exceptional that she can turn him into a dateable man, somebody she could take home to her dad. And after he ran roughshod over her, after he put her away, after he rolled her rough and put her away wet.
Woo! Yeah!
And then dogged her out, never called her back again.
Right.
She got to thinking, maybe I should have been with a good guy all this time. And then she was left to sit up here and jump on the male side of the fence. But this is why I wouldn't date her and upgrade her. Because the second you upgrade her, the second you build her up and tell her you're beautiful, you're the creme de la creme, she's gonna start getting full of herself again. And then she's gonna think that she built herself up. And then you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna leave you for the same dude, or a dude just like the dude that rolled her hard and put her away wet. At any rate, is it anything you want to say before we get up out of here, man?
No, I just want to say that in all seriousness, man, I guess we could show some love to the pick-me's, for trying to ride it out with dudes. The ones at least who are valid and true, altruistic, as Joby would say. I'm not big on the big words, but when I bust them out, it's special. But yeah, no, I just think that these chicks, I just want to show them love, man. And if y'all are genuine in this stuff, man, keep being genuine. Otherwise, man, we ain't picking the pick-me's who look like Korshak.
Right. If you're genuine, we like you. If you're not genuine, kick rocks with open-toe sandals. At any rate, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Join me and Roscoe Brown as we go in on these topics.
Mm-hmm.
Warheads out.